My dear friends, today I am going to narrate a story of a creative boy. Once there was a boy, he is an orphan. Badly he needs money. The place where he was staying, opposite to that, there used to be one grand old lady living in a huge bungalow. It has a very big courtyard and very beautiful garden. The garden is filled with beautiful roses. This boy somehow managed to get her date of birth, and on the day of birthday, he jumped into the courtyard and plucked a few beautiful roses. He made a beautiful bouquet out of it and knocked the door. As soon as this old lady opened the door, and she got surprised to see this boy standing there. She asked, "Who are you?" This boy said, "I am staying nearby. Today is your birthday. I thought of sharing wishes to you. Happy birthday, Grandma. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity." At this point of time, she became little emotional. Generally, she doesn't allow any strangers. However, she invited this boy inside. She gave little sweets and she also gave $20 note as part of the pocket money. This boy took the $20 note and exactly he is waiting for this moment. After a small conversation, he left the place. He walked around the city and finally landed into the nursery. With the $20 note, he bought 10 rose plants of different varieties. Next day morning, he somehow managed to get into this house again and made a conversation. Since he became a little intimate, this lady asked, "If you don't mind, what did you do with the $20 which I gave you yesterday?" This boy responded like this: "My dear grandma, I went to a restaurant yesterday, thought of having a delicious dinner which I have not done for a long time. However, as soon as I have seen the currency note, I thought it is not just a currency note. I really felt that it has an affection inside. I really felt it has love embedded in this. Then I decided and realized that I should only buy love, but not just a meal which only satisfies my hunger for 3 or 4 hours. In the pursuit of buying this love and affection, I moved around the city and landed into this nursery and bought 10 rose plants which are of different varieties." Then the grandmother asked, "What you are going to do with these 10 plants?" Then this man said, "First time in my life, I got love from this particular location, from this particular place. So I decided to plant all these 10 plants just opposite your house on the public space, and I'm going to take care of those plants." The grandmother became little emotional and she said, "That's a nice idea. However, if you plant outside, maybe cattle might come and eat it." And this boy became little down. At this point of time, grandmother intervened and proposed to this boy, "I have a lot of unused space in my courtyard. Why don't you use this unused space for your plantation?" This is the exact moment this boy is waiting for. He showed his gratitude and accepted that proposal, and the next day he planted all those plants in that particular unused space. He started curating them, he started nursing them, he started watering them. He gave his best to nurse all these plants. These plants grew very well, and at one point of time they became like a bushes. This is the time this boy thought, "I need to do something with these roses." He thought of making a small establishment and start making some bouquets out of these roses and sell those roses outside. However, in order to establish this bouquet shop, he needs a little capital. This is the time he approached bank and asked for a $20,000 loan. Bank manager asked for a small proposal. This boy gave the piece of proposal, and on top of this proposal, the title says like this: "The Beautiful Roses from a Land of Love." The bank manager got little curious. He started reviewing this proposal and he realized that there is some potential in this. However, bank manager told, "Let me review this proposal and I'll come back to you." This bank manager developed a lot of curiosity. Looking into the address in the proposal, bank manager made a surprise visit to that place. He knocked the door again. The grandmother opened the door. She invited the bank manager inside and made a conversation. The bank manager asked, "Is it a place called Land of Love?" This lady got little surprised. "What do you mean by that?" This bank manager explained, "Yesterday I received a proposal from a boy who is staying nearby. As part of the proposal, this boy wants to sell the bouquets made of the beautiful roses which are grown in this particular place, and he is calling them as a land of love." This lady got little emotional. "Yes, I know this boy. He is a very gentle boy. He is growing all these roses in this place." Then the bank manager asked, "This boy wants to make a business from this place. He wants to sell roses from this place. Do you agree?" And this lady says, "As long as he is not hurting me, I am absolutely fine to support him." The bank manager said, "I'm going to take your assurance as a collateral security to this business." The lady said, "Absolutely." The next morning, bank manager called this boy and said, "Your loan has been granted." The boy has been granted $20,000 check. This boy established a bouquet shop just opposite to this house. He used to pluck all these flowers, make amazing bouquets out of it, and on top of each bouquet, he used to write a statement saying, "The beautiful roses from Land of Love." Word of mouth spread across and orders started pouring in. However, dealers and customers started insisting that those roses must be from the same Land of Love. Somehow he managed to clock the revenues more than $30,000-$40,000. This is the optimal business he could able to make from the piece of land which he was cultivating. However, orders started growing and this boy has to expand his business. This time he again went back to grandmother and somehow managed to convince her to grow vertically. And then grandmother said, "My piece of land is limited. How you are going to grow from this?" And this boy said, "I'm going to use the terrace gardening, rooftop gardening, vertical gardening, probably aeroponics, all kinds of vertical techniques I'm going to use it." The grandmother accepted to the proposal and orders started pouring again. This is the time he clocked $50,000 revenue. And this boy decided, this is the time I need to quit this business. When buyers started coming in, acquirers started approaching this boy made a proposal for 2 lakh market valuation. The buyers were asking, "You made only $50,000 revenue. How could you make a 2 lakh valuation?" The boy said, "The $50,000 is the hard dollars and rest of the $1,50,000 is the soft dollars which I could able to make a brand value for the statement called the beautiful roses from Land of Love." And this boy was further explaining the balance sheet to that buyer. "In my particular business, I have a $0 asset. In my business, I have a $0 liability. In my business, I made a $0 investment from my pocket. In my business, I have $0 collateral or security. However, I could make a $50,000 revenue. All that is been done through a one single statement, the beautiful roses from Land of Love." Finally, the buyer got really convinced, gave him a $2 lakh check as part of the market valuation. My dear friends, hope you enjoyed this story. The creativity in the entrepreneurship is the need of hour. COVID-19 pandemic has spread lot of distress and fear among all of us. Millions of jobs have been displaced and misplaced in the current crisis. Entrepreneurship is the only savior. Even within the entrepreneurial ecosystem, many investments are already stalled. At this point of time, creativity can actually make all the difference. Creativity becomes the asset to the entire enterprise. My dear friends, hope we all come out of this situation as soon as possible and all the creative entrepreneurs really make all the difference to this world. Wish creative entrepreneurship really prosper. Thank you so much. Signing off, Dr. Ravi Sarpalli.